starting, normally we just start with basic things. We're pretty novice surgeons, so we need to start with something simple, monofocal intraocular lenses, and then we start going up. We start giving our patients premium results. So we've started using more complex lenses, such as EDOF lenses that will provide patients with functional vision for different distances. So we just don't rely just on monofocal lenses. We need to do something better. And so that's what improves with vision. Accessibility is extremely important for us because if we are offering a patient some kind of surgery, we hope for the patient to be able to pay for the lens we are implanting, for the technology. And we hope for the patient not to have to just resort to a bad result just because of money. So accessibility for us in our country, in our context in Latin America is extremely important. Not that we will sacrifice technology, but if we get to a balance where the patient pays a fair price and has a good balance for vision, that's excellent for us. With Appasamy, what we have found is that we can have an excellent balance in price and the technology they deliver, both in intraocular lenses, in equipment, in viscoelastics. It's a lot of products that we can offer to the patient that they will pay a very fair price, but they will have an excellent result. And not only us in Colombia, talking to our colleagues in other countries, they have found exactly the same, that Appasamy really responds to the technological requirements that we have at a really fair price. We use a lot of viscoelastic, but the ones that I care more deeply about and that I have really excellent results are the intraocular lenses. I started with the Acryfold. That was like my go-to monofocal lens when I was studying. Right now, I'm using a lot of Supra Phob Infocus. I have found excellent results in my patients. They are easy and they are dependable. We know what we are going to get with the patient result, because sometimes with other technologies it's kind of flipping a coin. You know, some patients will see well, some others probably not. With these lenses, they are totally dependable and we know the result we are going to get with the patient. So every time that we operate on a patient, we get the same result, and that's what we need. And I think it shows in the 100 million intraocular lenses that have been implanted throughout the world, not only taking into consideration Colombia, but all over the world. This is a company that produces lenses. This is a company that produces devices. But Appasamy has everything. There's a huge diversity of products. And I think that's a good thing, because if you trust a company with the lenses and you see that they produce, I don't know, phaco machines, you say, well, if they're good at this, they will probably be very good at this. And I think it has given Appasamy an edge on the competition, because they can take 5 very different surgeons, 10 extremely different surgeons from different countries, and they have an option for every one of them. And that's good because we can trust the company. I will go back to the 2 words that we used before, and it is easiness. They're easy to handle, and reliability, where we know what to expect. And finally, if you combine that with a surgeon, the end result is a happy patient. And for us as refractive surgeons, that's what we need. We need a happy patient. We need a patient that sees way better than when he got to our office. And I always tell my residents that we need to operate so well on patients that we no longer have patients, but we have fans. And with Appasamy, I've given them that. I've given them such an excellent vision that they are no longer patients, they're fans, and we love it. Appasamy has been a really close company to us. And actually, I was talking a couple of hours ago to the distributors in Colombia, and they praised the way that Appasamy has a really deep connection with surgeons and with the distributors. And they told us that Appasamy is very well known for adapting to the needs of every distributor and every country. As surgeons, we need to provide our patients with the best care possible, period. And we depend a lot on the devices that we used. We can be the best surgeons in the world, but if the IOL is not working right, if the viscoelastic or the phaco machine is not working right, the results will not be as good as they could be. And with Appasamy, we have found that we can really rely on the quality of the product, the technology behind that, and not only that, the people that works there, they're not only excellent people, but they're excellent at what they do, and they're really quick. They're extremely quick. So if surgeons are just starting their first contacts with the brand and they have questions, they need help with the calculation, they can be sure that the Appasamy people will sure answer to that really quickly and really efficiently.